Welcome to the Living Artist Podcast. I'm your host, Preston M. Smith. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Living Artist Podcast. I'm Preston M. Smith, at PMS Artwork everywhere on internet land and socials. I want to thank you for landing on this podcast. Whether you're a professional artist, just getting started in the art world, a collector of art, or just consider yourself a creative person, this podcast has something for you. I like to think of it as a fun way to rant and talk to other creative people about living the life of an artist, surviving and getting ahead in the art world, and enjoying your life. But most importantly, not waiting until you're dead to make it happen. All right, let's get started.
Pepsid Complete knows that food is one of the best parts of game day. That is, until heartburn strikes. Thankfully, just one chewable tablet of Pepsid Complete provides dual-action heartburn relief with an antacid that starts working instantly and an acid reducer that lasts all day. So you can stay focused on that second helping of chili without worrying about heartburn. All day based on 8-hour symptom relief studies during the day. Use product only as directed.
Auto insurance can all seem the same until it comes time to use it. So don't get stuck paying more for less coverage. Switch to USAA Auto Insurance and you could start saving money in no time. Get a quote today. Restrictions apply.
USAA. You know what's smart? Enjoying a fresh gourmet meal at home that you didn't have to cook. Meet Factor, your loophole in the laws of mealtime. Chef-crafted meals delivered with a tap, ready in just 2 minutes. You know what's even smarter? Treating yourself without cheating your goals. Factor is dietitian approved, chef prepared, and you plated. Pretty smart, huh? Refresh your routine and eat smart with Factor. Learn more at factormeals.com.
Welcome back to the podcast, everybody. I am doing something a little bit different today, and I will explain why in a minute. I'm recording from the floor of my wellness/workout room/healing room. We'll get to that in a second. But before we do, I wanted to shout out, as promised, one of my favorite artists and human beings in the world, and that is James Frost. He is an amazing painter, an amazing human being. And if you haven't checked out his work before, you should check it out right now. He's on Instagram at JamesFrost1000. And the website is frostbittenart.com, frostbittenart.com. And you can see a myriad of his amazing works and social media presence and everything. I think you'll fall in love with him and his art just as much as I have and a lot of people from Shockbox have. So thank you so much for the review, and also check out James. He's going to be in the show notes. All of his links are going to be in the show notes today. So check that out. If you didn't hear, or if you didn't write it down fast enough, just go to the show notes and click on the links to see more of James's work. So yeah, why am I recording this on my phone from the floor of my workout/wellness room? Well, as always, gonna keep it real for everybody. Last Friday, basically, long story short, I almost expired again. And ever since then, it was a close call, but ever since then, I lost all the hearing in my right ear and half of the hearing in my left ear. And my head is all numb on the right side and down my neck. And I have this immense pressure in my head. And I already have lost my sight quite a bit, and my ability to smell, pretty much 70% of that. I also have been having trouble breathing and swallowing. So I wake up in the middle of the night, not being able to get air and not being able to swallow, and buzzing and running into things. And now I can't hear anything as well. And the nervous system is just haywire and all this stuff. So yeah, late stage neurological Lyme disease is not fun, everybody. But I wanted to tell you that I'm a fighter. I will do everything I can, and I'm a positive person. This is my promise to you. I will get over this and get back to doing positive recordings in the near future, give you some great content. But I just wanted to let you know what's going on with me and be real with it. It's been pretty scary, but yeah, just trying to get through it. I'm doing some really intense protocols and treatments right now all day at home, and I'm going to fight this, and I'm trying to stay in a positive mindset, keeping that good energy going and retraining the nervous system and all those good things. So in light of that, and in that same vein, I thought I would just share a clip from one of the other episodes on good energy and the importance of energy. And for anybody else out there who's struggling right now, suffering in any other way, whether that's mental or physical or both, if you're sick, if you're, in a dark place, this is also for you, because really we are energetic beings and we are made up of energy. This whole world and universe is made up of energy. So we have the power of that, and we want to all tap into that and harness that energy in the best way we can to heal and to be the best artists and human beings we can. So I'm going to leave it at that for now. Thank you again, James. Check out James Frost's work, and I will be back hopefully next week with a positive, hopefully helpful episode about art. So I will leave you with that. Enjoy this clip on positive energy, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.
So, get into it. Whatever.
Welcome and good morning to you. Okay, that was creepy. I had to put another one of the creepy laughs in there just for good measure, just to make sure you're paying attention, Today, I don't know if you heard the yelling in the track or just looked at the title for this episode, but yes, it is called Protect Yo Energy, which my wife and I saw on a t-shirt in the Grove. I believe we were having some tacos at Trejo's Tacos, and we saw some guy with his girlfriend or wife or whatever walking up there, and he had a shirt on that says Protect Yo Energy. And I was like, that's great. And it was kind of funny. It was a little joke, but it's actually a very true statement. It's something that you need to be vigilant about. So we're going to be talking about protecting yo energy. Can't get enough of it. I think that's going to be my new little segue soundbite. Probably not, but it's fun for this one. Something that's always been very important to me as an artist is to be able to kind of retain that gratitude and that moxie and that high energy level as you get older and as you get better, and have it be like, you know what? This is not going to get me down. Like, I'm above all this stuff. Like, I can rise above all this low energy behavior and have it just fall off my back. Like, water off a duck's back. I can just shake it off, flap the wings and keep on flying. That's something that's always been very important to me. I'll admit I've had some times, like there's been some times where it has gotten me and I didn't do my best at protecting my energy, but that happens to us all. And you can use those as learning experiences to be like, okay, there's an example of where it happened to me. And it's a learning experience of how I can be more vigilant moving forward and how I can put some systems in place that will help me protect my energy, or yo energy. And so you might be asking, what are some of those systems that you can put in place? Well, there is no one size fits all perfect bulletproof system. None of us are bulletproof, not even the best of the best or the top of the top. Not even those people are bulletproof, but they have gotten so much better at dealing with this stuff. Some of it is just having it being thrown at you and just learning how to keep moving forward. Some of it's that. But if you aren't careful, it can little by little eat away at you. So the first thing I would recommend is surrounding yourself with very positive people. And I don't mean positive like, oh my God, everything's wonderful all the time. That's not what I mean. I'm not talking about false, fake positivity. I'm talking about people who nurture you, who fill you with good energy, people who have your back, people who believe in you. That's what I'm talking about. Those are essential. Now, this could be one person. This could be 5 people. Some people luck out and have a family that's extremely supportive. Some people luck out and have friends that are very supportive. But sometimes in the art world, and if you're surrounded by other artist friends, every once in a while, you can find yourself in a group that might not be supporting you the best that they could. And a lot of times it's just because they're focused on their own lives, and that's fine. But you have to be vigilant in finding people. And this could just be one person, like I said, or this could be no people. And in that case, you have to surround yourself with people who inspire you, meaning you can listen to David Bowie, or you can listen to Billie Eilish, or you can listen to podcasts. You can find self-help gurus. You can find these people who really fill you. Like I listen to kind of a hodgepodge of like Tim Ferriss and, Pete Holmes for laughs. And I read all these self-help books, and I have listened to law of attraction books, and I've listened to this kind of audiobook, and all those things really feed me. So when I'm in a state where I might be alone and I might not be surrounded with people who can help build me up, I find those people. I seek them out. I seek out sources or alternative sources that will kind of fill that gap for me and help me find that within my own self. Now, our art is obviously the best resource that we have. Just getting out there and getting into the studio and creating, that is the best positive reinforcement. And that's the best way to protect your energy. But you don't always have that. You can't always do that every moment of every day. So you have to find ways of feeding yourself in positive ways when you're not just creating. Some very quick examples of that are always go-tos for me are music. Music is huge. Putting on this music that really pumps me up and gets me into the right state of mind. Sometimes this can also be feeding a kind of aggressive positivity, something that makes me feel like getting in the studio and kicking ass. That's great. It doesn't have to be like, don't worry, I'll be happy now. It doesn't have to be that kind of stuff. It can be that if that's your jam, but it can also be some like 9 Inch Nails or something, or whatever. Like I said, Billie Eilish. These things can pump you up in a positive way. Meditation's huge. Of course, I've talked about this many times on the podcast. So have many of my guests. Get into meditation. There's plenty of resources out there for you. There's a Calm app. Even the Curable app has great meditations. There is Headspace. So many, I can't remember off the top of my head, but just do a search. You can do your own little hodgepodge meditation like I do, breathing exercises and interval breathing. You can do the Wim Hof method, which really oxygenates your system and gets your energy up. These are all great sources. Intense exercise is a go-to for me every morning. That's how I start my day. I get my heart pumping, I get my blood flowing, I get the oxygen in my system, and that just starts off my day positively. Look, you can turn to caffeine. That's fine. Whatever works, right? Whatever gets you into that state. Just don't go overboard with these things. If you're looking for a calm version of this, something that feels more centered, something that's going to get your energy up, but get your energy almost like a connectivity to your environment or the universe, then go do forest bathing, go do some hiking, go to the beach, get out in the woods, get out in the mountains, get out wherever you can. Take a road trip. I talk about this all the time, but sometimes just clearing your head for 3 days or 4 days or 2 days or 1 day or an afternoon will make all the difference. These are all good ways of protecting your energy. And I know I didn't hit them all, but I don't want to bore you by going too far and belaboring this point. I think you get the idea. I know there's plenty more out there. Watching funny movies is great. That's one that I love. I watched Wedding Crashers again with my wife the other night because we love it. And it's just one of those things where maybe it's not your favorite movie all the time, but it's something that always puts me in a good mood, always makes me laugh, always gets my energy up. And these are all great examples. So hopefully this has resonated with you on some level. If you're finding yourself in a funk, if you're finding yourself like, man, I'm just not feeling it as much these days and my energy level's not up. I'm just not feeling like getting in the studio as much. I'm dreading getting on social media. If these things are happening to you, maybe it's because you haven't been doing the best job of protecting your energy. So that's that for today. And hopefully it's something that can spark some ideas for you to find better ways to keep yourself in a positive energy, a good flow state.
So that's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you here next week, next time, same time, sometime, whatever.
This has been the Living Artist Podcast. Thank you so much for listening. I just want you to know that I appreciate you being here, and I'm grateful to be in your ears. Your art and creative life on this planet is meaningful, so thank you for sharing it with me. If you like this podcast, whatever platform you're listening to it on, please subscribe and share it with your friends. You can also leave me a positive review to show your support. This helps me to reach more people with the algorithmic magic and keep the show going strong. If you want to see more of what I do and check out the art that I create, you can visit my website at www.pmsartwork.com or follow me on social media everywhere at PMS Artwork. That's it for now. See you back here next time.